This video is brought to you by Squarespace, a platform for building your online presence and selling your products all in one place. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been such a long time I haven't uploaded, but I'm finally back with an amazing tutorial. In today's video, I'm gonna teach you how to crochet these very cute Hello Kitty and overall dresses. As you can see, this pattern is very detailed. It's gonna take your time, use up your yarn, but I can guarantee you the end result will be very much worth it. I can't wait to see all of your Hello Kitties. Please post them online if you're finished so that I can see and be proud. And also, it's very important that we make ourselves known through our projects and build our own community in creator space online. This is when our today's sponsor becomes really helpful. Building a website has never been easier thanks to Squarespace. With their Blueprint AI, you can create personalized pages based on what you really need. It sets up the foundation and then you get to make it totally yours with your own colors, fonts, and design vibe that you're looking for. Their sleek, modern templates make sure your site never looks boring. And if you don't love a certain part of the design, just grab, adjust, and go. It's very simple and intuitive. If you're thinking about selling something like crochet patterns, plushies, or anything else, Squarespace makes it very easy. They have already provided all the details that you're gonna need to start selling your products online, like SKUs, inventories, payment system, and everything. You just need to make your own little adjustments, and within a few minutes, you can start selling. You can start with a free trial or go to squarespace.com/chubbiesbyash to get 10% off your first website or domain purchase. Now let's start our tutorial. These are the materials you're gonna need. These are the crochet abbreviations. We will start making the hands. To make the hands, you have to start with the magic ring. For the round one, you have to make 7 single crochets into the magic ring. After making 7 single crochet, pull the yarn tightly to close the magic ring and mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. Now we're going to start round 2. To start round 2, insert your hook into the very first stitch and make 1 single crochet. Insert your hook into the next stitch and make another single crochet. So we have made 2 single crochet. After that, you have to make 1 increase into the next stitch by making 2 single crochet into that same stitch. After that, you have to make 3 single crochets by making 1 into each. And after that, in the last stitch, you have to make 1 increase. So now we have finished round 2 and mark the last stitch with a stitch marker again. Round 3 is very simple. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch and there will be 9 single crochet in this round. Just like in the pattern above, round 3 to round 9 is exactly the same. You just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. So now I have finished making up to round 3, and just like we did round 3, you have to make up to round 9. This is how it looks like after round 9, and double check them by counting the rounds again. You can cut the yarn from the magic ring and then stuff the arm lightly. After stuffing, we're gonna close the hand by crocheting the opposite stitches together. So to do that, push the hand so that the opposite stitches touch each other like this. And then insert your hook into the next stitch and go into that opposite stitch which is directly across from it. Like this. The hook is kind of horizontal, you can see. And after that, make 1 single crochet. Make sure your hook is inserted into 2 stitches at the same time. Do the same into the next stitches. And you have to do it until the arm is completely closed. By the end of it, you're gonna get 4 single crochets. So this is how it looks like at the end, and after that you can cut the end. Now we are finished making the first arm, so make another arm just like this one. Now we're gonna do the ears. You have to start with the magic ring again. For the round one, you have to make 6 single crochets into the magic ring. When you're finished, pull the yarn tightly to close the magic ring and mark the last stitch with a stitch marker. To start round 2, make 1 single crochet into the very first stitch. After that, make 1 increase into the next stitch. We're gonna repeat that again. Make 1 single crochet into the next stitch. After that, make 1 increase into the next stitch. And repeat it for one last time. 1 single crochet and 1 increase in the last stitch with a stitch marker. So now we are finished making the first ear. You can cut the yarn. After that, you have to make another ear just like this one, but after making the second ear, do not cut the yarn as we're going to join the ears together and form the head. Now I have finished making the second ear and ready to join it with the first one. First, we're going to cut the yarns from the center of magic ring. To start joining, first you have to make 4 chains on the second ear. After that, grab the first ear and find the last stitch of the first ear. It is that one with the yarn tail. This is the last stitch. Insert your hook into the last stitch and make 1 single crochet. And mark the stitch with a stitch marker. This is the very first stitch of our joining round, round 3. After that, go into the next stitch on the first ear and make 1 single crochet. Don't forget to put that yarn tail over your hook so that it is buried under your stitches. So now we have got 2 single crochets on the first ear, and in the next stitch you have to make 1 increase. Just like in the pattern above, 2 single crochet, 1 increase. And we're going to repeat that again. Make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. After that, make 1 increase in the next stitch. And repeat that again for one more time on the first ear. Once you have repeated 2 single crochet, 1 increase for 3 times, we're gonna go directly to the chain that we did earlier. We'll not go into that any leftover stitch. Just go directly to the chains. And on the chains, we're gonna use the upper loops of each chain only. Insert your hook into upper chain like that and make single crochets onto them. Just like I showed you earlier, insert into the upper loop only of the chain and make 1 single crochet. Go into the next chain into the upper loop and make another single crochet. Go into next, make 1 single crochet, and go into the last chain, make 1 single crochet. So we just did 4 single crochets on the chain place. After that, we have reached back to the second ear. You have to repeat the same process that you did on the first ear as well. Go into the first stitch, make 1 single crochet, make 1 more single crochet, and in the third stitch, make 1 increase. And we're gonna repeat that sequence again, 2 single crochet, and after that, 1 increase. Repeat that one last time, 2 single crochet, and 1 increase. After that, we will go directly to the chains just like we did earlier. This time you have to insert into the lower loops of the chains. Insert your hook and make 1 single crochet into each chain. You will get 4 single crochets again from that chain place as well. So now we have finished round 3, the joining round, and we're ready to form the head. For the next round, we will start from that stitch that we marked with the stitch marker when we first joined the 2 ears. So we're going to remove the stitch marker to start another round and place a stitch marker in the last stitch of the previous round, because that's how I usually mark with the stitch marker. I normally mark the last stitch. So for the round 4, start from the stitch earlier, make 1 single crochet, and then make 2 more. So we have made 3 single crochets, and after that make 1 increase. So we have finished the little sequence, and we're gonna repeat it again, 3 single crochets, and after that 1 increase. And I'm gonna show you one more time, 3 single crochets, and after 3 single crochet, 1 increase. So you have to repeat that 3 single crochet, 1 increase sequence for a total of 8 times. So now I'm doing the last increase in the stitch marker, aka in the last stitch. So now we have finished round 4. For the round 5, you have to start with 7 single crochets. After making 7 single crochets, you have to make 1 increase in the next stitch. This is also a sequence we have to follow according to the pattern above. You have to start with 7 single crochet again. And after 7 single crochet, make 1 increase. For this sequence, you have to repeat it for a total of 5 times all the way until the end. Now I'm almost at the end of round 5, making my last increase. And this is how it looks like after round 5. Now we're gonna start round 6. For the round 6 is very simple and easy. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way until the end. You will have 45 single crochet from round 6. So now I've finished making round 6 and this is how it looks like. Just like in the pattern above, round 6 to round 15 are exactly the same. You just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and since we have finished round 6, you have to make 9 more rounds all the way up to round 15. So rest assured, watch your favorite show and we'll meet again after these rounds. This is how it looks like after round 15. You might think this is huge, but it will just be the right size after the decrease in rounds, trust me. And round 16, a decrease in round. You have to start with 3 single crochet, and after 3 single crochet, make 1 decrease. By using the front loop only of the next 2 stitches, we make 1 decrease. That's an invisible decrease. And you have to repeat the sequence again, 3 single crochet, and after that, make 1 decrease. And you have to follow that little sequence for a total of 9 times, all the way until the end. Now I'm at the end of round 16, doing the last decrease of the round. This is how the head looks like so far. And now we're gonna make round 17. This time you have to start with 4 single crochets. After 4 single crochets, make 1 decrease. And after that, we're gonna repeat the sequence again with 4 single crochets. And after that, make 1 decrease again. You have to repeat this sequence for a total of 6 times. After this round, you can start stuffing the hat really nice and tight. Also make sure that the stuffing goes all the way into the ears as well. This is how the hat will look like after a long and patient stuffing. We're gonna do the last round, round 18. You have to start with 3 single crochet. After 3 single crochets, make 1 decrease. And repeat the sequence again with 3 single crochet. After that, 1 decrease. You have to repeat this sequence for a total of 6 times as well. This is how it looks like after round 18. You can cut the yarn now. And after that, we're gonna stuff the hat a little bit more so that it is shaped really nice and round. This is the final result. It looks really cute. Now we're gonna make the legs and continue to the body. You have to start with the magic ring, and in the round 1, make 8 single crochets into the magic ring. When you're finished, pull the yarn really tightly and mark the last stitch with a stitch marker as usual. For the round 2, you have to make an increase into all the stitches. So we're gonna do 8 increases in total. Now we're gonna make round 3. First, you have to start with 3 single crochet. After 3 single crochet, make 1 increase into the next stitch. And we're gonna repeat this sequence again. 3 single crochet, what's happening right there? 2, 3, and then 1 increase. So you have to repeat the sequence for a total of 4 times. For round 4 and round 5, they are very easy. You just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 20 single crochet in each round. Now I finished making round 4. This is how it looks like. And we're gonna make another round, round 5. This is how it looks like after round 5. And just like in the ears, we're gonna cut the yarn after making the first leg. And after that, make the second leg. And after the second leg, do not cut the yarn because we're gonna join and continue to the body. Now we're ready to join the legs. We will continue with the yarn from the second leg. Go into the first leg, inside your hook into the final stitch, like this, and make 1 single crochet. This is very similar to the way we did with the ears, except that we do not use the chains here. So now we have finished making the first stitch of the joining round and mark the stitch with a stitch marker. And we can continue. And this time, we're gonna leave that yarn tail just behind. We are not gonna bury it because we're gonna use it later. Go into the next stitch and make 1 single crochet. And just like that, you have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch until you get 16 single crochet on each leg. So now we're on the first leg and continue until you get 16 single crochets, counting from the stitch with the stitch marker. So now I've finished making 16 single crochets and there will be 4 stitches left because we had 20 single crochets in the last rounds of the legs. So there will be 4 stitches left and we're gonna just leave them behind. And similarly, we're gonna leave 4 stitches on the second leg as well. So before going to the second leg, we'll leave the first 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So leave the 4 stitches. We'll go into the 5th and make 1 single crochet into each the rest of the stitches. So now go into the 5th stitch on the second leg and make 1 single crochet. And after that, just continue making 1 single crochet into each stitch. There will be the gap like this, but we're gonna take care of it later. So continue until you have 16 single crochets on the second leg as well. So now I've finished making 16 single crochet on each of the legs by leaving 4 stitches on each leg. And after this, our joining round is finished and we are ready to start a new round from that place that we mark with a stitch marker. So to start a new round, I'm gonna move that stitch marker into the last stitch of the round. And we're gonna start round 7. For the round 7, you just have to make 1 single crochet into each stitch and there will be 32 single crochet in each round. So we're gonna start the round 7 from that stitch that we marked with the stitch marker earlier. You don't wanna care about those any stitches in between. As long as you have 32 single crochet in your round, you're okay to go. So now we have finished round 7 of the body. From round 7 to round 12, they are exactly the same. And since we have finished making round 7, we only have 5 more rounds to do, all the way up to round 12. This is how it looks like after round 12 of the body, and you can check by counting the rounds again. Now we're going to take care of that gap between the two legs. We're going to sew them together by using the yarn that we left when we joined the two legs in the beginning. If you did not leave it, or if you don't have the yarn long enough, you can just cut a piece of new yarn and sew them together. So now we have finished sewing. It looks a lot neater and we don't have to worry about the stuffing falling off through that gap. Now we're going to continue to round 13. First, you have to start with 3 single crochets. After 3 single crochets, make 1 decrease. After making 1 decrease, make 3 more single crochet to complete the sequence, just like in the pattern above. So now we have finished the first sequence, 3 single crochet, 1 decrease, and 3 single crochet. We're going to repeat the sequence again. Start with 3 single crochets, and after that make 1 decrease. Make 3 more single crochets to complete the sequence, and you have to repeat the sequence for 2 more times all the way until the end. So now we have finished round 13, and this is how it looks like. You can start stuffing the body after round 13. For round 14, it is very easy. You just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 28 single crochet in this round. Now we're gonna do round 15. For this round, you have to start with 5 single crochet. After 5 single crochet, you have to make 1 decrease. And you have to start the little sequence again with 5 single crochets. After 5 single crochet, make 1 decrease. You have to repeat the sequence for 2 more times as well. This is how it looks like after round 15. In the round 16, we're going to join the legs, so get them ready. For the round 16, first you have to start with 4 single crochets. After 4 single crochets, bring 1 arm, and we're going to join it together with the body. We have to start crocheting from that last stitch of the hand, the stitch with the yarn tail. Insert your hook into that stitch and go back to the body. Insert your hook into the next stitch, the stitch after that 4 single crochets, and make 1 single crochet together with the hand and the body. Just like before, go into the next stitch onto the hand or arm. Go into the next stitch in the body. Don't forget to bury those yarn tail by placing it over your hook. Make 1 single crochet. Pull the yarn tightly. Go into the next stitch on the hand. Next stitch onto the body and make 1 single crochet together. Go into the last stitch onto the hand and the next stitch on the body. Make 1 single crochet. And now we have successfully joined the first arm, and it will look like this. After that, you just have to make a single crochet on the body. After a single crochet, we're gonna join the second arm, just like we did with the first one. After joining the second arm, there will be 4 stitches left on the body, and you just make 1 single crochet into each. So now we have finished joining the arms with the body, and this is how it looks like. For round 17, the last round, you just make 1 single crochet into each stitch, and there will be 24 single crochets in this round. After round 17, step the body really nice and tight and cut the yarn, leaving a really long tail, because we're gonna use this yarn tail to sew the body and the head together. Using a darning needle, we're gonna sew the body and the hand together. Head. First, you have to position the place or the stitch that you want to start joining, so that the body and the head, especially the ears and the hands, are aligned with each other. After you have decided the stitch you will start sewing, you can start your sewing process. Be careful that everything is aligned, and you can use the sewing method that I'm gonna use, or you can just use any method that you prefer. For me, I start from the body, insert into each stitch horizontally like this, and then pull the yarn. After that, I go to the head, into the stitch that I decided to start with, which is the final stitch. Go into the front loop of that stitch like this, and then go into another stitch into the front loop again like this. After that, I pull the yarn. Now I will go back to the body and repeat that process again and again into each and every stitch. This method can be a little bit confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it will become easier, and it can give you really nice and clean finish. Once you're finished sewing, insert your hook into any place into the hat. And after that, bring another yarn tail into that same place again. Once they are in the same place, you can tie them together and cut the yarn and hide the knot inside. So now we have finished making the body for our Hello Kitty and she is looking really cute. Now we're gonna make the shirt using a pink yarn. You have to start with a slip knot this time and make 27 chains. For the row 1, start from the second chain from the hook and make 1 single crochet. Go into the next chain and make 1 single crochet again. In the third chain, you have to make 1 increase. And you have to repeat that little sequence again. Make 2 single crochet. After 2 single crochet, make 1 increase. So just like that, you have to repeat the little sequence for a total of 8 times. After you have repeated for 8 times, there will be 2 chains left. Just make 1 single crochet into each chain. And now we have finished row 1. To start row 2, make chain 1, turn your crochet piece like this, insert your hook into the first stitch, make 1 single crochet, make 2 more single crochets, and after that, into the next stitch, make 1 increase. We are following a sequence here again. This time you have to start with 3 single crochet. Make 3 single crochet again. After 3 single crochet, in the next stitch, make 1 increase. Just like before, you have to repeat the sequence for a total of 8 times. After repeating for 8 times, there will be 2 stitches left. Just make 1 single crochet into each. And we have finished row 2. To start row 3, chain 1 and turn your piece. And for the row 3, you just make 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way until the end. This is how it looks like after row 3. To start row 4, chain 1, turn your piece. And after that, you have to make 6 single crochets. After making 6 single crochets, make chain 1. After that, you have to skip 8 single crochets. SK in a pattern means skip. Skip 8 stitches, insert your hook into that 9th stitch, and then make 1 single crochet. After that, you have to make 13 more single crochets so that you have a total of 14 single crochet just like in the pattern above. Now I have finished making 14 single crochets in the middle after the chain. So now we're gonna do chain 1, skip 8 stitches again, Go into the 9th stitch and just make 1 single crochet until the end. So now we have finished making our cute little t-shirt for Hello Kitty, and you can uncut the end. Now we're going to start making our overall dress. We have to start with a slip knot and make 32 chains. To start the row 1, you have to start from the 3rd chain from the hook. Insert your hook into that 3rd chain and make 1 half double crochet. Go into the next chain and make 1 half double crochet increase. Make 1 half double crochet in the next chain and make 1 half double crochet increase in the next chain. So this is the sequence we're following. 1 half double crochet, 1 increase, and you have to repeat it for a total of 15 times all the way until the end. So now we're at the last stitch, and here I'm supposed to do 1 half double crochet increase, but I did not do that. Maybe I was too distracted, but you are supposed to do that according to the pattern. After that, find the very first stitch of this row, insert your hook into that stitch, and make a slip stitch to form a round like this. So now we have finished row 1 or round 1. To start another round, make chain 1, insert your hook into the first stitch again and make 1 half double crochet. So for this round, you just have to make 1 half double crochet into each stitch all the way until the end. There will be 45 half double crochets in this round. When you're finished, insert your hook into the first stitch again, just like before, and make 1 slip stitch. After that, you can cut the end. So now we just finished the bottom part of our overall dress. Now we're gonna make the upper part of our overall and straps like this. To do the upper part of the dress, we're gonna locate 8 stitches in the middle. To do that, place your crochet piece like this so that the end part with the yarn tail is in the middle, like this. After that, we're gonna take 4 to the right, 4 to the left. This way, we can easily find the 8 stitches in the middle. It doesn't have to be the exact center 8 stitches, just the estimate is fine. After that, insert your hook into that first stitch like this. We're gonna bring the new yarn by placing it on top of the hook and pulling it. Make chain 1 first. Go into that same stitch again and make 1 single crochet. And don't forget to place the yarn tail over your hook. Just like that, you just make 1 single crochet into each of the stitch until you have 8 single crochets in total. So now I've finished making the 8 stitches in the middle. We have finished row 1 of the upper part. To start row 2, chain 1 10-year piece and just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. Row 3 is also the same, chain 1 10-year piece and just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. After row 3, we can cut the yarn. Now what we're gonna do is we will crochet along the 3 sides of this upper part that we just created, and while doing this we will also add the straps. Usually I start from underneath the very first row that we did for the upper part, so I'm gonna do it here as well. Bring the yarn and make 1 single crochet. Chain 1 first and then make 1 single crochet underneath that very first row, and then go into the next row, into the side, and then make 1 single crochet again. After that, go into the third row and make another single crochet. Since we did 3 rows, we're gonna get 3 single crochet. After that, we're gonna add the first strap. You have to do 19 chains. After doing 19 chains, start from the second chain from the hook and make 1 slip stitch. Go into the next chain, make another slip stitch. Just like that, you have to make slip stitch into each of the chain. You're gonna get 18 slip stitches in total for each strap. Now I've finished making the first strap, so I'll go back to that last row of the upper part and make 1 single crochet into each stitch. You're gonna get a single crochet from this. After that, I'm gonna add the second strap just like we did with the first one. After doing the second strap, go to the left side and crochet along this side. You're gonna get 3 single crochet again. When you're finished, you can cut the yarn. Now we can say that we are almost finished with the dress part. All you have left to do is some details and weaving in the ends. Before that, I'm going to do the face. I used these plastic oval eyes, and this is the glue I used to glue them on the face. Or you can use this felt cloth, cut them into oval shape and use it for eyes and also for the nose. For the nose, I will use the yellow felt cloth, this one, cut it into tiny oval shape and use it as the nose. For the eyes, I'm gonna glue them onto round 11 to 12 of the head with 7 stitches apart between 2 eyes. This is how the face turned out for me. Now we're gonna do the whiskers. Separate the black yarn into 2 strands, and we're gonna embroider on each side. Now let's do the red bow. You have to start with a slip knot. Make 7 chains. For row 1, start from the second chain from the hook and make 1 increase. After that, you have to make 4 single crochet by doing 1 into each chain. Into the last chain, you have to make 1 increase. Now we have finished row 1. To start row 2, chain 1, turn your piece, and just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. Row 2 and row 3 are the same. Just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. There will be 8 single crochet in each row. Now we're gonna do row 4, chain 1, turn your piece, and using the first 2 stitches, make 1 decrease. After that, make 4 single crochets. By using the last 2 stitches, make 1 decrease again. After round 4, we're gonna crochet along the 4 sides of this rectangle piece that we just created so that we get a neater and rounded corners. We're gonna start from the left hand side, chain 1, go into that left side, go into the first row and make 1 single crochet. Since we did 4 rows, we're gonna get 4 single crochet from this side. After that, we have reached back to that very first row that we just started with the chains. So you have to make 1 single crochet into each chain and you are gonna get 6 single crochet from this side. After that, on this side, you're gonna get 4 single crochet again because we did 4 rows. After 3 sides, you have just reached back to that very last row that we did. So you're gonna make 6 single crochet on the last row. When you're finished, insert your hook into the very first stitch and make 1 slip stitch. After this, you can cut the yarn, and you might want to pull the piece like this to stretch it out so that it becomes relaxed and a bit more loose. We're gonna weave in the ends and also cut the yarns that we buried along the way. For the tiny circle in the middle, you have to make 10 single crochets into the magic ring. When you're finished, pull the yarn tightly, insert your hook into the very first stitch and join with a slip stitch. When you're finished, cut the yarn and weave in the ends. By using a piece of red yarn and a darning needle, we're gonna form this piece into a bow shape. With the leftover yarn, we're gonna attach it onto the head of our Hello Kitty. By using the glue, I'm gonna attach this tiny circle in the middle of the bow. You can also sew them together, but I think this is the easier and faster way to do. Now it's time to dress up, so I'm gonna weave in the ends of my overall dress. I also sew these tiny buttons since I happen to have these, but if you don't have one, it's okay. Now I'm gonna wear this shirt first. By using the leftover yarn from the shirt, I'm gonna sew the two sides together. So the dress for this Hello Kitty is not removable. If you want a dress-up version which is completely removable, let me know in the comment section down below. I just realized that I haven't weaved in the end of this specific yarn tail, so I'm doing it now. I'm gonna attach the straps on the back of the dress like this by using the glue. If you don't want to use glue, you can also sew them together. So now we just finished making our very cute Hello Kitty wearing very cute dress. She turned out really cute. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you loved this tutorial, and also let me know if you'd like to see more dress-up plushies like these ones in the comments down below. I'll see you soon with another amazing tutorial. Bye bye and happy crocheting!